Arne Slot. La 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 la. Hey, we'll take this win, bruh. I love a shithousery type of performance, which is not really what this was, but it's an ugly win. It's a win that you need if you're a champion. You have to be able to win like this if you want to win titles. And credit to Arne Slot. I know this game probably did not go the way that he wanted it to go, but he was able to adjust, make substitutions with players that we already have, obviously in our squad and in our roster, and change the game, right? But credit to Bournemouth, they played their ass off today, and you have to be disappointed if you're a Bournemouth fan, and if you, of course, you're Bournemouth staff, to play that well and still get beat 2-0, and not even get a goal from all of those chances that are come in. Luck was just on Liverpool's side today and not on Bournemouth. It's one of those days, and every team has one of those days where the ball just does not go into the back of the net. And unfortunately, that is exactly what's happened with Bournemouth in this game. But I think it says something about the quality, right? And it's just like that Brentford game where Brentford was coming off of that long win streak, and they were looking dangerous and they looked like the team to beat, and they were on a roll. The quality ends up shining through, just like last week, just like this week. And it's unfortunate, but it's just true that Bournemouth don't have a player like Mo Salah in their ranks that can go and score a world-class goal like he did. It's just that simple. And that's what I'm talking about when we're talking about magic men, people that can come in, take the game by the scruff of the neck. I say this over and over and over, and turn a game for you on their own. And Mo Salah is one of those guys, right? They need game changers in their side. Bournemouth does, and that's the challenge of being a smaller team, of finding players that will come and be willing to come and play in your for your club and stay there, right? But such a talented team with tons of potential, and really put us to the sword in a lot of those situations, those moments, and we're really unlucky not to have a handful of goals there. But how does Slot continue to go up against these teams that are just super teams and teams that are on the roll, and these challenges is like, all right, the next one is going to get him, but he just continues to find ways to win. And I love it, man. I love it. I love how he can be gritty. I love how he can be graceful. I love how he doesn't just have one way that he can win matches. Even if he doesn't control possession, which is his ideal way of winning matches, he's able to make adjustments and he's able to win a match regardless of how the other team is playing and regardless of how we're playing. He is able to set the team up to where they can potentially get the most out of what they're given in matches. And it's really, really cool to see. So let's make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. Go down there in the comments. Is Arne Slot one of the best tacticians, or is he the best tactician in world football right now? I think that he probably is. There's a couple guys that are up there. I mean, managers that he's played in the past couple weeks that are outstanding. But I think Arne is the best. The way that he utilizes substitutions, I believe it's been in every single match that we've had this month where substitutions have come on in that second half. He's made changes and they have changed the game. And he does it game in, game out, game in, game out. And then you have to look at it and say, maybe this isn't luck anymore. I think this is skill, and I think this man knows what he's doing. And these are the type of games where you want to fall back and you lean back on your manager and you say, figure it out. We got to figure this one out, bro. You got to figure this one out. Set us up so we can win. We're not playing at our highest level. We're not playing at our best. Can we dig out 3 points? And yes, we did. But Bournemouth's inexperience eventually shined through. And Liverpool's ness, I should say, or OG-ness or experience, right? Ended up coming to their aid in there, right? Where they're a very, very physical team, very athletic team. They go bell to bell with things, but I think it's the experience of Liverpool and their players of being able to draw fouls, be clever, find opportunities and take them, right? Staying calm under pressure. When there is a goal to be had, you put it away. All of those things that you want from an experienced player, you find that in Liverpool, and it's unfortunate that you don't find that in a team like Bournemouth, who are still on the rise and who are still young. And watch out for them, man. They're a very good team. But today was Liverpool's day. Their inexperience in game management, I think, eventually came good for Liverpool. And these are the games where you look at VVD, you look at Salah, and you look at Alisson, and you say, thank God we have them in our team. And who knows what their status is in terms of the long term, in terms of like contracts in our club and things like that. But I think it's one of those things where we just have to enjoy them for now, and just kind of just keep, value the ride and just keep it pushing with these things. Mo Salah is having one of his greatest seasons ever. VVD is on the same wavelength, and Alisson looks like he's back to his old self. There's nothing more that you can ask. All three were really great today, and held Liverpool's backbone up, right? You want that in a team, right? You want a spine, you want a backbone in a team, and I think Bournemouth is missing that. I think it's forming with Housen, with Clovert, with Semenyo. They're forming it there. Hopefully those guys end up staying at the club. I doubt that they will, right? Because they are a smaller club. But if Bournemouth can somehow withstand a couple windows and they can continue to build on this foundation that our now sporting director has built for them, Richard Hughes, and this isn't me in no way giving him any credit. I know a lot of you guys hate him, but give him credit here. He built the majority of this Bournemouth team that is on a roll and that's doing so well and just pushed us to the edge, right? So I think that's something that we can take stock in, that we have the guy that built this team of a bunch of guys that really were outcasts at a lot of their clubs or people overlooked. And I think that's why Hughes was appointed as our sporting director here, because he has a little bit of Michael Edwards in him where he can ID talent that everyone else is looking over. I mean, Semenyo came from Bristol Rovers. Kluivert came from Roma and was an outcast there. Dean Housen was, being offered to the highest bidder from Juventus. All of these really, really high performing players now are all finds from that Hughes backroom and that Hughes staff. So massive credit to them, and hopefully he can produce something similar for us in the summer. But for Bournemouth, it was just one of those days where you couldn't get anything, even open nets that you were missing. On the regular day, Bournemouth probably is having 2 and 3 goals, but not today. But this was not, I'm sure, the game that Arne Slot really wanted. You could see at halftime how frustrated he was with some of the results, but he will take this result, I'm sure, all day long. Going away to Bournemouth against a team that's on an 11 game unbeaten run, that's beaten all of our rivals. We come out with back-to-back wins over them, and we do the double on them in the season. You will take that all day long. He did really well to adjust as well. He brought Jones on, who I think changed the game, and he brought Bradley on, obviously not to of his own choice. Trent went down with a knock there. But I think they balanced the team and they gave us a different dimension and helped us manage the rest of that match. Obviously, Jones created the goal. So another masterstroke substitution from Slot, bringing Maka out and bringing Jones in, because you could see that they were targeting Maka and they were targeting Trent. One, because Trent's defensive skills are obviously not to the level where a lot of people would want him to be, but credit to Trent. He actually did really well against Kirkes and Semenyo and pretty much didn't have Salah there to track back. I think Ryan was supposed to be that supporting man in that right back position, but Trent did well while he was on the field. I know a lot of you guys will probably go off on Trent and say he wasn't that good. I think he did pretty well with the opposition that he faced against. And then that made it even easier for Bradley to come on and start pushing Kirkes, right? So I think it was just a masterful substitution there. They tried to use, Maka's size against him because they have big, strong players. But bringing Jones in there with his ball retention, where we didn't have a lot of that, before he came on, changed the game. We were able to keep the ball. He was able to create a chance, and the rest, of course, is history. So let's talk about the goals. Gakpo pin, I'm not sure if it is. When I saw it on VAR, when I saw it on TV, I was like, does he trip over himself? But VAR clears it so quick and says it is a pin. Then they go straight into saying, is it onside or offside? And that's where they spent most of the time. And if you can even look at the Bournemouth players and Cook himself, he wasn't really super, kind of upset about it when it first went. And then when it went to VAR, then they were like, oh, wait, we should be upset, right? It was like a delayed reaction. So I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Was it a pin? Was it not? I'm not 100% sure, but VAR seems to think so. And I think they have angles that we don't see on TV. But from the angle that I seen, it looked like Cody tripped over himself. But from what I can tell from the players and Cook himself and then VAR, it was a pretty nailed on and obvious one. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. As for the Salah goal, he shouldn't be doing that shit. I'm gonna be honest. That's outrageous, audacious, and he shouldn't even be able to curl him into the corner like that, to take the shot from that angle, and actually net it is absolutely outrageous. It's absolutely, he has no right to be doing that stuff. And 30 plus goal contributions already, bruh. Already this season. A special player, a generational talent, and a Ballon d'Or, I think, well deserved. Whoever they give it to this year, it might not be Mo. We might see some bullshit again, right? It might not be Mo. But whoever gets it this year, just go ahead and just mail it over to Mo Salah. Forward it to Anfield for me, because he deserves this Ballon d'Or. We need to get him a trophy so he can put himself in a position to do that. And if this is the last dance, if this is the final season, what a way to send off an absolute legend, a Liverpool GOAT, and a Premier League all-time great in Mo Salah, where he continues to do it over and over and over. And this might be his best ever season. What a love letter to the Liverpool fans, and what a way to sign off if this is our last time with him. I'm praying it's not, but if it is, this is the way to do it. Title run, go on all four fronts, get him a handful of trophies, and then we say goodbye to our legend. But I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Should Mo go? Should he not go? But I think he should stay, but obviously that's not up to us. But who was your man of the match? I think it's pretty obvious. I don't need to ask. Mo Salah. Mo Salah running down the wing. But what's next? Arne Slot knows that this title race isn't over, right? We've won nothing so far. Absolutely nothing, right? He will stay at this until the name is inscribed on a trophy. And the two trophies that he wants the most, the Champions League and the Premier Leagues. So expect him to not take his foot off the gas and to be at it like he was today with this Bournemouth match. So 9 points clear for now, with the game in hand coming up in the midweek against Everton, who are having a resurgence. David Moyes back in charge. It should be a tough game, but it's one that we should be winning. Let me know what your guys' prediction is for that next match, and then tell me who your man of the match was today. Maybe I'm missing somebody. Jones was the X factor, I think, but I think Mo Salah gets man of the match tonight. But let me know what you guys think. Subscribe down below, leave a comment, and also while you're down there, tell us where you're from. Love you all. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the channel Unconformed. If you haven't joined the Discord, we're at 30 strong. We're getting to 100, and then we're going to start, kind of capping it out. The first 100 people get full access to the Discord, and then after that, you'll have to become a member of the channel to get access to the Discord. So, guys, get in there. It's running out of spaces to get full access. So, appreciate all of you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Love you all. You'll never walk alone. And up the damn Reds. Have an amazing weekend. Boom.